knee and hip joints with no limitations whatsoever. Biarticulate muscles traverse two joints. For instance, the hamstring in this example crosses over the hip and knee joints. It is stretched when the knee performs extension and continues to be stretched with hip flexion. When it reaches maximal stretch, it prevents further extension of the hip. Inability to complete full range of motion. This condition is called passive insufficiency. The inability of a biarticulate muscle to stretch enough to complete full range of motion in both joints simultaneously. Passive insufficiency. The hamstrings are tightly stretched when the knee is straight. The inability to complete full range of motion. To allow further hip flexion, we must relax the hamstring by flexing the knees. The hamstrings are relaxed when the knee is bent. This permits greater hip flexion. As noted, when the muscle reaches passive insufficiency, it stops motion in one of the joints. This example shows that passive insufficiency in the hamstring does not allow the torso to go lower. Usually, the trainee who wants to continue the impeded motion will compensate by continuing it in other joints. In this example, compensation will come through spinal flexion. On the other hand, if the trainee releases the muscle, fascia, a bit by slightly flexing the knee, this will give him additional range of motion in the hip joint.